Hello everyone, good evening and welcome back to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Alpa Sharma and I hope everyone is doing very good today. I hope you can hear and see me clearly as well. Once we do the quick tech check, we're going to be commencing with our session today where we are going to be talking about another important topic on which RCs can be asked in the examination. Rather, it's a very important topic जिस पे questions passage बनने के chances बहुत high हैं, which is going to be literature as the name suggests in the background. So हम करते क्या हैं? I have been running a series on this YouTube channel, RC Practice Set, and through the RC Practice Set, I bring to you different कॉमन जॉनरेज जिस पे पैसेजेस आने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स में. सो इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर क्लैट और इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर अदर लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स, कुछ बहुत कॉमन टॉपिक्स है जिन पे पैसेजेस आने के चांसेस बहुत हाई होते हैं. ये टॉपिक्स वो होते हैं जो करंटली न्यूज में होते हैं, ये वो टॉपिक्स होते हैं जिन पे पैसेजेस आ चुके हैं पास्ट में एग्जाम में. तो यही करने की कोशिश करेंगे आज. जो फिफ्थ पार्ट है हमारे सेशन का, आज हम लेंगे लिटरेचर एज द टॉपिक. We've already done 4 parts where I've taken 4 different topics and we've discussed passages on them. Today we're going to be picking up a passage on literature. So seatbelts on everyone. Let's start our journey right away. I've already explained to you what the agenda is going to be. That is solving RCs from different genres and getting comfortable with anything and everything that can come up in the examination. So I would highly recommend, अगर आपने पुरानी क्लासेस नहीं देखी हैं अभी तक, प्लीज मेक श्योर आप उनको देख ले so that you're okay with the topics that have been asked and you read more about that. If you have any questions about कौन से topic से हमें पढ़ना चाहिए, you can just comment under my video after the video ends. And if you're watching it recorded, you can comment right away. I'll ensure that I reply to you personally. And before we begin with it, a quick reminder, if you have any questions in your mind, you can do 2 things. One, you can attend a free counseling session with one expert member from my team. उसके लिए लिंक अभी चैट बॉक्स में भी अटैच्ड है, मेरे वीडियो के नीचे भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में अटैच्ड है, एंड इट विल आल्सो बी पिन्ड एज अ कमेंट अंडर माय वीडियो. सो यू कैन जस्ट एक्सेस दैट काउंसलिंग फॉर्म, fill out your basic details, and one expert member is going to give you a call from my team and give you a free one-to-one counseling session. Your parents can also attend that. And we have a 3-day free trial going on our app. So if you wish to see how our classes look like, how our mock test, how our test series, how our asynchronous recorded videos look like, you can access everything for free for the next 3 days. Do that right away. Register yourself and see us in our batches very soon. Start करते हैं आज के पैसेज के साथ जो कि लिटरेचर पे है. सबसे पहले ये समझते हैं लिटरेचर के पैसेजेस में क्या आ सकता है. लिटरेचर के पैसेज यूजुअली बुक एक्सट्रैक्ट्स होते हैं. सो व्हेन आई से बुक एक्सट्रैक्ट्स, वो किसी स्टोरी पे भी हो सकते हैं, लाइक अ स्टोरी लाइन नरेटिव पैसेज भी हो सकता है, वो किसी बुक का एक्सर्प्ट भी हो सकता है जो कि नॉन फिक्शनल बुक भी हो सकती है. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, जो लिटरेचर बेस्ड पैसेजेस होते हैं वो लिटरेचर की बात भी कर सकते हैं, लिटरेचर एज ए टॉपिक को भी ले सकते हैं. दे कैन टॉक अबाउट लैंग्वेज एज वेल, दे कैन टॉक अबाउट बुक्स रिटन एज वेल, दे कैन बी बुक रिव्यूज ऑल्सो. सो लिटरेचर इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम जिसमें बहुत तरह के टॉपिक्स आ सकते हैं. टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू बी ब्रिंगिंग टू यू a short story that is an extract from a set of short stories from a book. So we're going to be reading that short story together and I'll be asking you to answer the questions that follow. Are we ready, everyone? Just send me a yes in the chat box right away. Are we ready for our passage on literature today? It's a very interesting story. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun reading that. Just remember, there are questions based on that which we're supposed to answer as well. So inference अपना draw करते रहिएगा and keep focusing on the main theme of the passage. Let's begin our first page. Read the first page and send me a done once you're done reading. All the best. What were the difficulties that you faced, Karthik? Have you submitted the form? What were the issues? Can you comment? Do you want me to take a session on how to fill out the MHCT form? Do you want me to do that? Let me just check if we've done that already. No, we haven't. Read the page and send me a done, everyone. Karthik, please give me a day. Let me figure out why is that happening. Okay, I will get back to you by tomorrow. Let's move to page number 2, everyone. Let's move to the next page. Next page. Done, everyone? I hope you found this story very interesting. It is, because it has a suspense towards the end. But nonetheless, I hope you figured out what the story is about. I hope you've been able to draw inferences across the storyline that was given to you. Let's quickly move on to our first question. Why do you think has the author called the trial strangest murder trial that he ever attended? Why is the trial the strangest one? What's your answer? A very easy question, actually. What's your answer? B is your answer, is it? All right. Okay, let's have a look at the options. So the author has called it the strangest murder trial because towards the end, you have a very, very strong evidence. You have an eyewitness saying that I am very confident that the prisoner is the one I looked at. Yet, towards the end, she herself gets confused. She herself is unable to take out the name clearly because the suspect has a twin, an identical twin as well. So, because the personality of the accused was strange, is not because it is the strangest murder trial. What makes the murder trial strange is because you have twins and you just can't decide which one of the twins did it. So, because despite having a potential witness, that old woman, 56-year-old, and evidence was there against the accused, yet which one of the twin did it, it could not be proved. So B is clearly the correct answer. C says because Mrs. Salmon's evidence could not be proved before the court when she says, I saw him with my own eyes. It is an admissible evidence, so C is going to be eliminated. B is the correct answer. Absolutely correct, Arva. Let's go to question number 2. His eyes suffused with horrifying and brutal fear, like an animal's when you raise a whip. What is the figure of speech used here? What is the literary device used here? Is it personification, simile, onomatopoeia, or none of the above? What's your answer? His eyes suffused with horrifying and brutal fear, like an animal's when you raise a whip on it, because the animal is scared. So is it personification, simile, onomatopoeia, or none of the above, something else altogether? What do you think is the answer? Okay, so I'll explain the figures of speech used here. Personification is when you attribute a human characteristic to a non-human thing. Simile is a direct comparison using the words like, so, and as. Onomatopoeia is the words that represent their sounds like click, thud, and boom. So, of course, we don't have an onomatopoeia here. Plus, we have the word like. Since we have the word like and simile directly has words like, so, or as used, we have a clear answer. It has to be a simile. Okay, yes, you're right, Arva. Why do on earth I keep calling you Purva? I don't even know that. But then there's a good thing. I have had a student named Purva who got into a very, very good college, and I'm sure that's going to happen with you as well, Arva. Exactly, that's what personification is. You're right. So the correct answer is a simile. That's a B. Let's go to our next question. The expression Pekingese eyes used in the passage refers to which of the following? Now that's a tricky question, okay? Because if you know what is Pekingese, you would guess the meaning here. Yet if you do not know, we can go back and check out the line. I had highlighted the line for you. Here it is, this one. So she looked straight at the big man in the dock who stared hard at her with his Pekingese eyes without emotion. So staring hard at somebody without any emotion. Okay, imagine the kind of eyes would look like. Yet, I would give you the meaning of the word. This is a breed of a dog. Okay, and when I have this phrase, it basically refers to his eyes look like that dog's eyes. Now, what kind of eyes the dog has? Let's come to the options and see the answer if we can find that. Here we go. Bulging eyes, red eyes, small eyes, or none of them. What could the answer be? Okay, no, actually not. When he was staring hard at somebody, it could not be small eyes. Imagine. So I'm staring hard at you like this. It could not be small eyes. I will not stare hard at somebody with small eyes, right? It's going to be the red eyes or bulging eyes. So this kind of dog breed, it has huge bulging eyes. All right. So even if you think about that, it could either be red eyes or bulging eyes. It couldn't be small eyes. Staring hard can make your eyes red, or it could make your eyes bulging, but certainly not small. Okay. With that, you have eliminated two options. The correct answer is bulging eyes because that kind of dog breed has bulging eyes. Yeah, right. Exactly. So you just have to think harder. You'll be able to find the correct answer. The answer here is bulging eyes, A. Let's have a look at the next question. Why was Mrs. Salmon convinced that the man she saw had committed the crime? Why? How was she absolutely sure about that? What's your answer? Let's see. देखो किसका आंसर आता है. Let's see. Because she saw the man on the steps of Mrs. Parker's house and he was wearing gloves, because he had a hammer in his hand and she saw him drop it, because when he looked up at her window, his eyes were suffused with horrifying and brutal fear, or because she had seen him clearly in the light of a street lamp. Out of these, what will make her absolutely sure that this is the man who committed the crime? Nobody else. How can she be sure? Only and only when only and only when she sees that man clearly. This man was on Mrs. Parker's house's steps. This man had a hammer in his hand. He had gloves. He dropped the hammer, all of that. But why was she absolutely sure? Was because she saw this specific man. Anybody else could have done all of that. But she was sure about this man because this man was clearly visible in the light of the street lamp. So A, B, and C are nullified if D becomes incorrect, right? A, B, and C are dependent on D. That means the correct answer here is a D. Because she could see that man clearly because it was moonlight and then street lamp was there. That's why. And she did not have spectacles as well. So because he was clearly visible, that's why D is the answer. Next question. Who was murdered in the scene described in the passage? Mrs. Wheeler, Mrs. Parker, Mrs. Salmon, or it cannot be inferred. What's your answer? Let's see if you can guess it. Mrs. Wheeler, Mrs. Parker, Mrs. Salmon, or it can't be inferred. What's the answer? The answer is it can't be inferred. This man was standing on the steps of Mrs. Parker's house. But that's the only information written about Mrs. Parker. We can't be sure if Mrs. Parker was murdered or somebody else. He was a murderer, as per the old woman, Mrs. Salmon. But who did he exactly murder is undefined in the passage. The answer is it cannot be inferred. Absolutely correct, Alva. So, on that note, I hope you had a fun learning session with me. If you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you do that. And our first All India Open Mock for CLAT 2025 is live already. If you haven't taken the mock, make sure you do that. You need to register yourself for taking the mock. The link is going to be there under my video in the description box. But without registering, you of course can't take it. The window closes on 11th of Feb. So take out a slot of 2 hours for yourself. Sit down and take this mock as if it's your D-Day, as if it's your actual examination, and see what your performance is amongst thousands of kids, because it's a free All India Open mock. Remember, it's free. तो जल्दी से mock ले लो, अभी तक नहीं लिया तो अगर. And our free workshop on how to start preparing for CLAT 2025 goes live on 11th of Feb, 6 p.m. where Nivedita ma'am is going to be talking about what can you do to start preparing for CLAT 2025. All your questions about CLAT 2025 will be answered in this session. It's a free workshop, but you need to register yourself with us for that. Don't miss out on that if you are somebody who wishes to prepare for CLAT 2025. Our classroom program for other law entrance exams is live. If you wish to prepare with us for these exams, comes for a very nominal cost, this product. Register yourself right away and see us in the classes very soon. Our new batch for CLAT 2025 is live already. One more coming up very soon. If you wish to speak to our counselors, that's the number. Call them and know more about the program. You can also attend a free counseling session. The link is attached in the chat and under my video in the description box as well. Do that right away and make the most of this free counseling session provided by us. Our test series for other law entrance exams with 15 mock tests again comes for a very nominal cost. That's the number of our counselors. You can take the test series right away. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed to our channel. Make sure you've shared the video with your friends and you've commented under my video. Our Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and our app link is there under my video. That's going to be all for today, everyone. I hope you had a fun learning session. Have a fruitful day ahead. God bless all of you.